Time for York Chat. My name is Parker Siza, and here in with us today is the City of York Fire Chief Tony Bestwick joining us. Tony, thanks so much for the time today. I know it's a busy time of year, but thanks for joining us here today for York Chat.
Yep, not a problem.
And coming up is York Fest at the start of next month, the start of September. You guys are going to have some things going on there in York Fest. Tell us about what's going on.
Yes, so on Thursday, September 5th, we are going to be participating with the kids event that are taking place around the library. There is a house, we call it the Library House, that we are going to be doing some demonstrations. We're going to be doing some kid events. The main goal is to recruit some volunteer firefighters. We are short of volunteers right now, and we're looking at this as a good opportunity to do some recruiting.
Absolutely, and also a pancake feed on that Saturday as well, 7 to 9 o'clock there during York Fest.
Yes, we will have our usual pancake feed, starting at 7, going till 9. We usually get everybody out, and then everybody goes to the parade since we're right downtown.
You mentioned you're looking for volunteers. What is the total like overall at the York Fire Department, and what are you guys looking for in terms of volunteer numbers or current openings for firefighters?
So, well, now that you bring up the current openings, we are taking applications now through September 4th for a career firefighter, but there are some requirements. Being an EMT is one of the minimums. But for our volunteers, basically, we probably have room for 10. What we do is we bring the person in pretty much every Tuesday night. We're doing something from 7 to 9 p.m. Training-wise or meeting-wise. And then basically we train our volunteers up from the ground floor. If they come in with no experience, pretty soon we'll have them donning PPE and getting on trucks and going out and responding under the watchful eye of their mentors.
If somebody is interested right now, how do they contact? Do they go right to the fire station? Do they contact you some way if they're interested in this right now to get the ball rolling, get started in this?
You could call the City Fire Department number, the non-emergency number, which is 402-363-2610, or you can stop by the fire station during business hours from 8 to 5, and we can talk to you about it and give you an application if you're interested.
The York Fire Department is in the process of building a new fire station, $7.8 million facility. I know that work just got underway. What can you tell us about that so far? Any updates with the new fire station?
So the 7.8 is a little misleading. Sure. Because we're looking at the whole project cost is going to be around $10 million. The 7.8, which is that's the construction part of it. That's the part that we're paying Sheely Caton to build the structure. And we were pleasantly surprised because we figured initially that the fire station build itself was going to be $10 million, not the 7.8 that we got. That's going now. That was the contracted amount, the bid amount. So right now they're doing the dirt work. After the dirt work, it has to set for 45 days, and they have to run some soil tests. And then we can start with pouring the footings and stuff like that. So the goal date it's 500 days from when the contract was started, and that puts us in the spring of 26. So we're hoping by that summer that we can move into a new fire station.
How do you anticipate this fire station being beneficial to the city of York and to the people who are around the fire department?
Okay, so there's a couple of things that will help us on the health side. The big thing in the fire service right now is cancer. I think if you read the News Times article, there's 14% chance you're more likely to get cancer being a firefighter than being a normal citizen. But so in order for us to take care of that risk, the things that we can do with a new fire station is There'll be a ventilation system for the diesel exhaust because that's one of the major problems. There's an airlock going into the living quarters, so none of the diesel exhaust should go into our living quarters. And then we also have, when we go in and we fight fire and we're wearing our protective clothing, that clothing gets contaminated with smoke, and most of the particles or smoke are cancer causing. So we also have a way of decontaminating ourselves and our gear using, I call it the decon circle. We do a clean cab concept, which basically means our guys will take their gear off before they get into the truck, and then when we get to the station, there'll be a means for them to wash what clothes they have, wash themselves, put on clean clothes, and then go out into the living quarters or whatever that needs to be done. So it's a totally different procedure right now. We don't really have a way of doing that. We do not have a decon area for that, so we're looking forward to it.
Interesting. Talking with Tony Bestwick of the York Fire Department on with us here on York Chat. What has this last year been like? Anything to note in terms of calls and anything around the area? What's this last year been like, and what's the next couple of months perhaps look like?
Well, it's hard to forecast emergency stuff, but anyway, we this last year has been kind of. We average 2 or 3 fatality accidents a year, and this last summer we've had, I think, 4 fatality accidents with 6 fatalities, and then of course we had the fatality with the baby. So it's been a lot of mental health stuff, taking care of our people, making sure everybody's good, and then going out and still doing the job. We ran almost 1,700 calls last year, which is a record for us. And this year, I think we're a little below that, but we still have got 4 months to go. So as far as vehicles, we are going to take delivery of a remounted ambulance, which basically means it's a new chassis, but we repurpose the box off of a previous ambulance to save some taxpayer money, and that'll be delivered in early October. So equipment-wise, we're doing really good. As far as the future, who knows? We just keep responding and getting the job done.
Absolutely. Tony, thanks so much for coming in here today. Of course, if anybody is interested in becoming a volunteer firefighter here in York, you can contact the York Fire Department. Is there anything else you'd like to add about what's coming up here? Obviously, you'll be at York Fest with some volunteer recruiting efforts on that Thursday of York Fest, and then Saturday a pancake feed. But anything else to add here about what's going on there at the York Fire Department?
No, we just appreciate the support that we get from our citizens, and we look forward to York Fest.